Good morning, it's Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day support and resistance levels. It is Thursday, the 3rd of December. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks, slightly bullish start to the morning. Going to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 18,982 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 19,603. Going to need to see support from the broader markets break out from yesterday's high. Those at 19,344 and through to 19,500 levels, however. So barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Bitcoin test resistance at 20,000 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 19,965. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 18,620 into play. Barring extended sell-off on the day, should see Bitcoin stay well clear of sub 18,000 level. The second major support level sits at 17,999. Looking at the MACDs, got a widening of the bullish histograms this morning, supportive of this early upside. On the EMAs, we're also seeing the 50 move away marginally from the 100 and the 200, supporting upside through the morning. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fall through the pivot, and break through to 19,500 levels to bring resistance levels and 20,000 levels into play. Moving across Ethereum against the US dollar, relatively range-bound start to the morning. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 592.46 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 609.85. Going to need to see support from the broader markets break out from yesterday's high, 604.96. So barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 610 to pin Ethereum back. In the event of a breakout, should see Ethereum test resistance at 620 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 622.34. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 579.97 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Ethereum avoid sub 570. Second major support level sits at 562.58. Looking at the MACD, got a slight narrowing of the bullish histogram, but nothing suggestive of a bearish cross yet, so you need to keep an eye on that. On the EMA, slight narrowing of the 50 on the 100 and the 200, leaving Ethereum range bound early on. So key through the early morning will be to avoid a fall through the pivot at 592.46, break out from yesterday's high through to 605 levels to then bring resistance levels into play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, relatively bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 87.47 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 92.15. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin's break out from yesterday's high that was at 90.63. So barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level at 95.31 to cap any upside on the day. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 84.31 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of the second major support level sitting at 79.63. Looking at the MACD, got a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supporting further upside through the morning. We're also seeing the 50 EMA move away marginally from the 100 and the 200, suggestive of further upside ahead. So keep through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot, move back through to 90s to then bring resistance levels into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fall through the 23.6% fib at 0.6274 and the pivot at 0.66184 to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 0.6434. Going to need to see support from the broader market to break out from the morning high, 0.63903, through to 0.64 levels, however. So barring extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level at 0.6558 and resistance at 0.66 to be tested on the day. A fallback through the 23.6% fib and the pivot at 0.6184 would bring the first major support level sitting at 0.6060 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP avoid sub 0.55s. Got the second major support level at 0.5811 to limit any downside. Looking at the MACD, got a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supporting further upside through the morning. On the EMA, we're seeing the 50 widen marginally from the 100 and 200. So keep through the early part of the day. Avoid a fall through the pivot at 0.6184. Break through to 0.64 levels to then bring resistance levels into play.